Well, welcome to Toronto. Great to have you here with
Thank
this
you.
fabulous short. Every year I watch these Pixar shorts and I go, how do you guys just keep stepping it up? Seriously, like, what kind of pressure is it to like, okay, just saw the last one. All right, what can I do for the next one? How do you do it? What's your secret?
Yeah, the bar is high, right? So many great shorts. Feast, Paperman, Get a Horse. So we knew the bar was high, and just strive to make sure that the story is great and has heart and it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, I feel we're just trying to do like something that represents my vision. I wanted just to tell something, and I think each short in itself, they have their own beauty, and we just wanted to do something that's special, to us.
Yeah.
And so we had so much fun. I think that the journey of it already was the greatest part of it.
Absolutely. Now, really, who hasn't thought about the inner workings of their bodies? Like,
Right.
and I love this because it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, really, I'm sure that my brain's thought that, or my behind, or whatever, And but how did the concept actually just come together? And then, and I also want to know about the first pitch to John Lasseter, because that's probably a little bit nerve-wracking, I would have thought.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, as far as like the how it originated, I was born in the 80s, and I don't know if you remember, but the Encyclopedia Britannica.
Sure.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I would love those books, and I would go to the 7th volume, and there was the biology one, and I would go through the acetate page, of the human body,
Yeah.
and every time I connect, those layers, it was just so incredible, There was this nostalgic feeling that never left me, and I just felt that that's one of my most memorable childhood, experience I had. So I felt I had to tell something with it, But as far as like the pitch, it was, it was nerve-wracking in a sense that, just knowing John Lasseter and even all the body of directors, and to just put an idea that was so personal in front of people, and not knowing how they're going to respond to it.
He didn't seem nervous. He did a great pitch.
Yeah?
He pitched really fast and really deadpan, which was funny because of the material. The images that he was pitching were really funny. Like there's this one guy, and he's in the elevator with this woman, and he smells her perfume, and then it cuts to the inside of him, and all his bones crumble into his legs and stuff. Just funny stuff like that. But he would pitch it like really serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I practiced my
awesome.
pitch like 50 times.
Right.
So when at the time I was there, I was a machine, I was like, boom, boom, just delivering it.
It was great. He was making everybody laugh, and that's
the main thing. That's what you want, because that's what you want audiences to enjoy. You've got a few minutes, or you've got this great short that you were going to have in front of huge movie, and then but meeting someone like John Lasseter, who, oh man, couldn't it be the more down to earth, amazing man? What was it like for you to meet him?
Well, John was great. He was like so generous, and then he really always believed in my vision. And many times I actually lost my vision, and he would point that back to me and say, "What you have to be yourself, and that's why we're doing this." So he's a great, person to have, of course, in the studio in general.
Yeah.
And I felt
so supportive.
Yeah.
Yeah. He seems like that.
Yeah.
He would
and
be
a
like
genius,
Yeah.
amazing ideas constantly.
that. Yeah. I know. How does that?
How does he
brain
do
work?
that?
See, that's the thing. Was that the brain that you focused on? Was John Lasseter's brain?
Well, the thing about John is that he would be the one that kind of, he would give like advice but based on what I am, He wouldn't kind of that's what I think. He would kind of like see who are you, and he would help you to find your idea. He wouldn't give the answer, but he would help you guide yourself to what you are.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I think this is what's hard,
Okay.
the fact that he understands you, and then he's able to guide you to what you are,
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Okay, so we all have a favorite part of our bodies, whatever.
Yeah.
So we start. What was your favorite part of this film? What did you enjoy, the most,
Gosh.
working on, watching?
Initially, some of the first test animation we did was of the lungs.
Yeah.
And they were so cute and entertaining with this really, like, big breathing, and they have mouths and eyes and everything. Anyway, and they would do it. They were like brothers,
Yeah.
Anyway, so funny. I think that I'm the most charmed, I guess, by the heart, because there's like an innocence there, and just wanting to live life and do stuff. Sees a girl, wants to go talk to her, and then, the brain imagines like she's gonna laugh at me, and then I'm gonna get chopped up by chainsaws. You have to see it in order for that to make sense.
It'll make sense. It'll make sense. Yeah, but it's so true, right? And how about for you?
For me, I relate a lot to the brain. I think I'm more like even in my body. I think my brain is over empowering over my heart. I think that's a natural thing. It would go to my so. I feel the fact that the brain is a more like is a flawed character. He has flaws. He has fear.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people can relate to those characters. They are, they're not perfect.
Of course.
Yeah.
We're not perfect, right?
Yeah.
So why would you expect any parts of our bodies to be perfect?
Right,
Was there one particular part of the body that was the most challenging for you?
Yes, I mean, I think the most challenging definitely was the brain was one of them, but the guts was very challenging too, because of we had a really hard time how we can put an eye in a gut. There's no where the eye is gonna be.
Yeah.
And so we didn't know like if it has arms, or we didn't know like so we had to kind of like find in a way that doesn't look gross.
Yeah.
Because organs they're gross, right? If you see the pictures of one. But then
he claps for a second.
Yeah, he does
like
clapping,
intestines, clapping like arms. It's weird.
Yeah.
You're so weird, Leo.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
you are weird, but that's
I
okay. We enjoy that. We appreciate it for sure.
Yeah. But anyway, so I think the guts were very challenging because of that,
Yeah.
And it's still not looking gross, but giving him some personality,
Yeah.
And
Yeah, well, audiences are going to just love this. I can tell you it is so brilliant. It is so much fun to watch. And kids for sure. I can't wait for kids to see this because they're going to really, I think they're going to come home and now think like, oh my God, like my guts have arms and all that kind of, but I think it's going to be great. And, just thank you for this. It's a pleasure to talk to you both. And
no,
just
it's our pleasure.
Pleasure's ours.
great
Thank
job.
you.